Hey everyone, just want to do a quick demo. This is an Akai GX-4000D. All the preamp transistors have been replaced since they are failure prone. All the knobs and switches have been cleaned and went through and dismantled and removed the old grease and relubed it with white lithium electrical grade grease. All the pots and the switches have been cleaned with deoxit and as well as fader lube. Has the capstan sleeve, and if anyone doesn't know, this thing can be removed and stored on this pin here that's threaded, so you just stick the whole thing on there, and then you're running at 3 3/4. But with the sleeve on there, it's 7.5. Counter works. There are two things with this deck that I don't like. The track selector knob is not the original one. It works, and it really doesn't look too bad, but it is not the original Akai one. And the reel holder here has been kind of made to work. The original, the shaft had broken off, and I went ahead and made a spring and pushed it in, and it does work. It's just it does have problems, and it holds the reel on just fine, just like the other one does. But I thought it was worth mentioning. Alright, let's do a record demo here. Got the radio on in the background.
Contest times and everything else you need to know is online.
Okay. So let's hear what comes off the tape.
I appreciate you listening. Now, there was rock and roll history made in May of 1969 at Merriweather Post Pavilion. This next band, it was the only time
going
ever
on
that
to
they
the
opened
tape
for somebody else. I'll tell you the story
now
after
coming
these.
off of
5 days of gridlock traffic and 5 days of your boss breathing down your neck, all leading to this, a Friday night you'll never forget. Stick. REO Speedwagon.
Also a DQ switch on here. You can hear the difference.
Ted Nugent, May 18th at Jiffy Lube Live. Kick off your weekend in style with Big 100.3 and our first ever. Keep listening on air and online to win tickets or register for front row seat.
This is what we just recorded.
And Ted Nugent, May 18th at Jiffy Lube Live. Kick off your weekend in style with Big 100.3 and our first ever Big Concert.
There's pause.
Keep listening on air and online to win tickets or register for front row seat.
So it records real nice. It has a glass and crystal ferrite heads that supposedly never wear out, and they're in great shape, no scratches. The whole thing cleaned up very nicely. The pinch roller, the rubber's good. The rubber's good and all around in here, as well as the capstan belt and the counter belt are both good. They're not loose, they're not sloppy, they're not aged, they're not gummy or sticky. They're good belts. Should last another 10 years or whatever the going rate is. So here's fast forward, and here's rewind. Nice and quiet machine. The tape stops, so if it comes to the end of the tape and say you fell asleep or whatever, this will actually kill the capstan motor and the reels. It'll turn them off for you, so it won't sit there and spin like that. Automatic shut off. Alright. The little tiny, there's a couple little blemishes up here on the top. The wood sides are actually extremely nice. There's a little, I don't know if you can see that, there's a little tiny thing here. And the other one is near perfect. Has all the feet, everything's good. Alright, that's all I got. Thank you for looking.